this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down. On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They send Stills in motion. On second down, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Watching that body!
Back to throw. Mendoza. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. To throw on second down. Flynn. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking to throw. Flynn over the middle to Beckham. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st and 10, Flynn. And this will be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flynn, open man right side is Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that'll set him back 5. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Flynn. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. In baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mendoza to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, able to find Carew. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Mendoza now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
And here's Mendoza looking to throw on 2nd down. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Now let's go. 3:19. Over. Detroit.
Back to throw. Mendoza. And Stills over the middle. So a touchdown apiece. That's what. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. To throw is Mendoza. Throwing on first down. He sets to fire deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that. But
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the D-line's going to spread out. A second down run for Abdullah. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on third and long. Flynn. And that is incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
This is brought in at the 21. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Mendoza on third down. It's complete. Stills. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah,
and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Abdullah. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, Flynn. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Shane Vereen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants have taken the lead. Now, they went draw play there on 3rd down, down around the goal line. Something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call, but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end, but they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Mendoza to throw on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Bohannon, the fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Here we go now.
Mendoza now on 1st and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. 3-19!
And here's Mendoza. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again. Mendoza to the right side here. The tight end, Thomas. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Mendoza. Operating from the gun. And some space here. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Mendoza. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mendoza looking to throw on 2nd down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Julius Thomas, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go with Abdullah again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Defense showing blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Mendoza to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play. And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll send Parker in motion right. On 3rd down, Drake fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a 2nd time in this game. Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flynn throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and goal. Here comes the D swarming to the line. And the offense still needs 9 yards here on 3rd and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain.
Yeah. Pulling up with the crew.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the